nice day today. Trying to fucking have another nice day today. Trying to have a good day. Trying to have a good day. Sweat, why? Every fucking time, man. Every fucking time, bruh. Today, I wake up for no reason. You know, last night was good. She was asleep, and she woke up, and she wake up with an attitude. I'm like, yo, what's a new thing? It's like, and a lot of people say postpartum. They're like, yo, it's postpartum. Like, yo, it's postpartum. Like, I get it. People get depressed because of hormones. I get it. But you ain't got to be ruled by emotions. You ain't got to be ruled by your emotions. And not when you live this life. You got a beautiful life. You got people around you to talk to support you, to be there. And you know, you don't got to do that. So you get up with an attitude. I'm like, yo, I ignored it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, the whole day, like, you know what I mean? I see she had an attitude. So I just kept my space the whole day. Like, I just kept my space. Just gave her time, give her space. Like, you know what I'm saying? Talking about you want space. Nigga, I'm NASA. I give you wow space. What are you talking about? I'm NASA, nigga. You got all the space you want, my nigga. Like, I'm not gonna bother you. So I seen that she had an attitude today. I felt it. I was like, oh shit, here we go. And I know we already agreed. We agreed. You know what I'm saying? No, I didn't sleep with any other wives. I didn't sleep with anybody. I slept under her. I actually held her all night. Actually neglecting the wives, fucking trying to baby her. I'm babying her. I feel like she needs some extra attention. Like I said, I giving her extra attention. And here's my problem. My problem is not her being depressed. My problem is her not communicating and moping around all day. I can't do the not communicating. I cannot do the not saying nothing to me. I'm a grown ass man. I'm a communicator. I'm big on communication. So if you don't say nothing to me and I see you sad, I'm like, yo, what? I'm trying to figure out in my mind, what could it be? And now I have to play second guess just to figure out what's going on with you. So what did I do? I did her hair. Her hair looks really pretty. I did it all nice and pretty for her. You know, I was a stylist, what I did. So I changed how her hair looks. I put it in a different style. I did my hair and I did her hair. That's what I fucking did. I fucking, I put her hair in these knots like mine, and we both have, you know, I cut my hair, I did her hair to make her feel better, you know, like, you know, just to make her feel better. I rubbed her down with oil, everything, you know, and so she put her earrings on, she's all, you know, she's got the baby. Then I gave her space. I walked away because I seen she still had an attitude, even though I did her hair, rubbed her down. Still got an attitude. Okay, I don't know what you want to talk about. You want to talk about it? No, she don't want to talk about it. I got to figure it out. So, and then I'm being patient because I'm not even wanting to deal with this alone because I just want to be able to talk. Everyone goes through shit. Just talk about your feelings, what's going on. Fine, you need a little space, fine. Hours of space, all day today. I didn't go live, fuck it. I didn't really go live today. Hours of space, here, take your space. I'm about to put my astronaut suit on, and I'm gonna give you all the fucking space you need. Watch this. And so I stayed away from her. I played chess all day. I'm chilling with the guys, talking to them, talking to people online, checking the rest of my messages and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting there, I'm about to have my meal for the day, and she comes up to me with the baby in her hand, and I'm like, I'm watching a movie. I found a really good movie called Anon or some shit like that, so I'm watching the movie, minding my business, and she just comes up to me, and she's like, yo, did you give Efru the chain that I made you? Did you give it to Efru? I'm like, yo, no, like, she had the green outfit on today, so I let her wear the green necklace. And she said, oh. And she walks the fuck off. And I'm like, bro, I ain't got time for this shit right now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So at the end of the day, like, nah, y'all gotta understand this shit, bro. I'm not monogamous. I'm never monogamous. I never was monogamous. Anybody been following me knows that about me. I never lie to women. Like, I don't lie to them. Y'all treating it like I told her that I was gonna be faithful and I'm cheating on her. I'm not cheating on her. I'm a polygamous man. Y'all not getting it. Y'all not understanding. I never told anyone any lies. I'm not like these niggas out here that's telling women one thing and doing another. So you can't hit me with that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't hit me with it because I've been honest from the door. You know what I'm saying? And it's just hurting me right now because she walks off of me and I'm like, yo, I can't deal with this shit right now. So I just need to vent. in my mind. I need to get the shit out. Am I fucking going crazy? Is it me? Like, oh yeah, she's depressed. Be a little more patient and let her disrespect me in front of the other woman. Because what she does in front of the other woman is going to make them think that they could do that shit to me. And I can't have that. This is a business. I can't. We had an agreement. We had a contract. You knew that I was who I was. And then now you don't like it out of nowhere. You got my child and my daughter. My daughter, she's so beautiful. She's starting to look like me more and more. Every day I see myself on her face. And she's so beautiful. And she's chocolate. And when I hold her, she be smiling at me and shit. And it's like, yo, you wait till you get to this point and then you flex this shit that you're doing right now. Like, come on, B. Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm fucking vexed right now. Like, I'm not playing. Like, I'm upset. I'm hurt. I'm angry. I'm all that above. Like, I'm pissed off. Like, and I don't want to even deal with it. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I don't want to deal with this shit. Like, I don't. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Like, on some slick shit, I just don't want to deal with it. I don't. You feel me? Because I literally on purpose, consciously today, I'm like, yo, I said, yo, you said you wasn't going to do this no more. Why are you doing this again? And y'all could say that it's depression. You could say it's postpartum. Let me tell you something. It's not about what happens to you. It's how you respond to it. We have to learn how to communicate. Pressure only shows you who the fuck somebody is. I can't know who you are until you under pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't know who you are until something happens, till we go through some shit. Then I see who you are. Now we're going through some shit. You disrespect, like, wow, disrespecting me. The fact that I'm even yelling in my house and I'm like, yo, upset. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what did I do? Like, I didn't even do nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I feel like I'm in my lowest self with a chick that I'm dealing with in Babylon and I'm cheating or some shit. And I know that's not the case. That's not what I'm doing. You feel what I'm saying? That's not what we signed up for. That's not what we said this was. And I'm not the one who want to deal with this shit. No, I don't want to deal with it. On the other hand, it's like my daughter, yo. You know, I'm understanding that Eliana and I might not work because all this did was show me who she truly was. Because all the pressure just shows you who somebody truly is. You feel me? Like, when things are good, you don't know what the fuck's going on. When things get bad and things get pressure and things get depressed, then you see what you got in your fucking corner. And now what I'm seeing is like something I cannot. No. Okay? No. We built a business and it was booming. It's booming. The business that we built right now is a Christ conscious. It's booming and it's ready. And she's not ready to go with it. And it's like, yo, what am I supposed to do? Y'all call in, man. Talk to me. Like talk to me. I don't want to hear no dumb shit either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear no dumb shit. Call in. I'm venting. Like, thank you for listening to my shit. You feel me? Like, this is what I use my social media for. I vlog. You feel me? Like, this is what I do. Like, this is what I've been doing from the very beginning. Like, y'all don't even know me. Like, I've been open and I'm an open person. I'm an honest person. Some people just always happy on live. Like, nah, I'm not. I'm sad, nigga. I'm a real human. Like, I'm going through all the emotions. You feel me? I'm not really sad, but I'm hurt right now. I'm feeling pain. I'm feeling hurt right now. Like, I feel like I'm misunderstood. I feel like she's not communicating so I can understand her. I feel like she don't even know how her own self feel. And I'm tired of figuring out her mind and my mind. At the same time, I might as well be in a relationship with myself. And I feel like I'm fucking fed up. But my daughter, my beautiful daughter, again, this shit happened to me with Osiris. This shit happened to me with, and it happened to me with Pocahontas, but it didn't happen the same way. But it's like, once women have my baby, they just turn into something different and they walk off. And then like on a deeper level, I feel like it's a test from the universe to see if I'm going to make that sacrifice to continue to stay on the path, because it's a narrow path. And I'm like, damn, but why the fuck would you give me a baby that looks just like me? The universe, like, why would you test me? Like, this is crazy. I'm not jeopardizing my morals for no one. I deserve a woman that communicates through her emotions and talks to me through them. Like, I'm a communicator. Like, you can talk to me about whatever. Like, I open myself for communication. Why the fuck you don't just talk to me? You feel what I'm saying? Like, fuck that shit. This shit is crazy. You feel me? And I feel like I just feel like I'm upset right now, yo. Like, I'm upset right now, and I'm hurt that you know, we just talked about this. We know it's been, you know, 2 years, like, and it's back to back now, and it's like, am I rewarding the behavior? Like, am I rewarding the, you know what I mean? Like, am I rewarding the, I can't even go around her no more, like, now, because I don't even want to see her face. And I'm like, yo, I don't even want to, like, reward that behavior. And I don't want you to think for 1 minute that I'm okay with what the fuck you did. Because if I go around and, like, I start babying her and I'm like, baby, like, and I keep doing that shit, she keeps doing it. She keeps thinking that's okay. And I could pacify that behavior. I'm not going to fucking do that. I need somebody that's mature. Like, can't fucking do that shit to me like that, B. Like, you can't do me like that. No, we're in an agreement. I'm not cheating on you. I didn't do anything wrong. Damn, like, the fuck, you know? And I'm at the point right now, I'm like, yo, you walked off on me, like, yo, just go, like, let's set it up so you just go your way, I go mine, because I'm not going to have you disrespecting me like that. And, you know what I mean, it can't keep happening, dog. Like, I'm cool with, like, talking in there, you know what I mean? Fuck it. She upstairs with the girls talking to her again, like, I'm not putting her back on camera again, man. Like, y'all be making me feel bad about letting y'all see the actual footage. Like, I'm not doing that no more. Like, I'm not. I felt bad about, like, you know what I mean, the whole thing and how she might have looked to the world. Like, I don't want to even do that no more ever again. Like, never going to let you see us be passionate with each other again, ever. Because you just take that the wrong way. The devil just takes it and flips it, try to call the FBI and all that. Listen, I ain't got time for that shit. Like, niggas is real. Like, if you was a real person, you know that it's just real shit. Like, you get into arguments, you get into passion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not putting my hands on her or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? It just gets like that. You know what I mean? Because it's passionate. But you couldn't be passionate on live because then I'm abusing her. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to walk away. And that's what I did. I'm not going. I'm not doing that no more. Fuck it. What's up, yo?
Hey, Chief.
What's good with you?
So, it's good. I want to say that you look really nice today. I like when your hair is pulled back.
Oh, you like my little shape up? Okay.
I like that. And I feel for what you're going through. You know what I mean? As far as even other people being involved and people psychoanalyzing, like all of that plays into it. But pressure makes diamonds. You know what I mean? And what I see in you is, I see that you're ascending past the emotional level, which is really like the lower man. You don't even use terms like love or in love, like you're even beyond that.
Exactly.
And so as we're doing like this spiritual mission, I think that people are not being cognizant, and as a wife are being aware of where you are in your growth and development and seeing that you're ascending past the basics. You know what I mean? Like, even people boiling polygamy down to like a sex thing, it's like it's beyond all of that.
Yo, it's not even about that. It's about building family the way it's supposed to be built. Like, if we're talking about community and unity, we have to build polygamy. There's no unity and community without polygamy. I don't know why people think that. I don't know why people think that there's community without polygamy. Like, there has to be polygamy to be the community. It's monogamy doesn't create unity and community. It doesn't. I don't know why people think that.
As you're ascending higher, I think that, like Eliana, she might be okay to be in the camp like as a wife, but unfortunately she's not Chieftess because she doesn't have the ability to organize her mind.
And they are so ready, like they are standing around so ready to be like, they're so fertile and ready for her to lead them, and she's just like, yo, like, and even if I'm going through depression, because I've been depressed before, you understand? You still have responsibilities. You still gotta, I'm sorry, like, people get depressed every day. Like, you still have to communicate and function through that shit. Like, you do. Like, you can't be weak forever. Like, something gotta give. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
but you and her, y'all can't heal together anymore. Like, Eliana needs to be put in isolation. And I'm not saying that as a form of punishment, but it's called behavior modification. And when you're dealing with somebody in relationships, even as cold as it sounds, you have to strategize. And as far as like what carbonation stands for as a unit, she just doesn't have the capabilities, the knowledge of self, the knowledge of human nature, the knowledge of men to be Chieftess of the entire camp.
Right, she got knowledge, she just don't have the experience. And it's
the same thing, because knowledge applied is power. If she's not applying it, she can't have the power.
She has the knowledge, like she knows the knowledge, right? And she hasn't had the experience. But the beautiful thing about it is she has somebody that did have the experience, but she doesn't trust me. And that's what it all boils down to. And I've given her no reason why not to trust me. It's just coming from her father. It's coming from
Exactly.
the relationship between her mother and her father and what she experienced, and about she got traumatized as a kid, and now I have to deal with that shit. But I'm trying to counsel her through it, but she won't trust me. And it's like, yo, like, what good is it to have all this knowledge and this power if you're not gonna be able to trust me enough to utilize it? You know, in the moments that are under pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what I noticed too? Like, when it's just you and her and you guys go live, she appears as Chieftess. Like, she can communicate, and you guys look like that power couple. But when the wife comes in, she reverts into child mode. And so what I saw in that was that when she was with her father, he put her in position of being his wife, had her washing the dishes, cooking, taking care of the kids. And then when he came with a little floozy off the street, he turned Eliana back into a child. And so she would get hurt and upset with that. And so she would start throwing tantrums and shit. And getting an attitude.
That's deep.
And getting an attitude. And so what's happening, and to combat that though, Chief, like for instance, when you had to discipline her or inform her, however you want to call it. When Ra was sitting on when Ra was sitting on your lap, that shit exacerbated that shit. Like, and the other women, when Eliana needs to be disciplined, they need to stand next to her or sit on the side of her so that she can stand in that power as a woman. Because what's happening is that she's reverting to a little 12-year-old girl right before her very eyes.
That's exactly what's happening. Damn. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But it's because
that's exactly what's happening.
And she feels that you guys, like how the father turned all his kids against the mother. She feels like all you guys are being turned against her. So she's being her mother right now, literally in the flesh. And so you have to stop the other women from side skirting her and coming directly to you. And you need to turn them back to each other and say, go deal with her, because not only...
Oh, no, I've been doing that lately. I've been telling them, and I tell any woman that they have to come through Eliana to be with me. Like, there's a lot of women in my inbox that want to be my wife right now. Shit is crazy,
not just to be with you, Chief. Not just to be with you, Chief.
No. This is what I'm saying to you.
I'm sorry.
This is what I said. I even wrote it down today. Like, I wrote this shit down. This is some thoughts that I had. I write them random through my notes, and I wrote it down today. You know, I didn't go live. I was giving her space. This is what I wrote today.
Okay, read it to me.
I wrote this down today. I said, it's not about what you got. It's about what you do with what you got, what you have.
Okay.
What profits a man to gain the world and lose his soul? So a lot of people always say that I'm a manipulator. And so I meditated on that today. And I said, what have I done with what I had? And what have, if I'm given power to influence other people, what have I done with my influence? And that's the only thing that matters, right? And when I look at what I've done with what I influenced, I don't feel bad. I think I did a good thing. I'm doing a good thing.
Right.
And with the manipulation that I'm able to do with my influence, I've done the right thing. I brought people to the higher self. I brought people to a higher knowledge. And in the process of that, people might think that other people are here, serving me, but we're serving each other. Best believe that. You know what I'm saying? And so I wrote that down just because I do meditate about what my haters say. And then I said, because, what profits a man to gain the world and lose his soul? If you haven't helped someone that couldn't do anything for you in return, you never helped anyone.
Right. Well, okay, let me digest that. Put that back up there. It says, if you help someone that could not return,
if you haven't helped someone that could do nothing for you in return, you never helped anyone.
But Chief, you got to understand, like, you might not reap where you sow, but you always reap what you sow. And sometimes it's like as far as like where you are, you're ascending. But you put in years to get to that point if you count in Babylon years. Like, but like the people around you, they're passing through. And the only thing you can do is separate your spirit mentally from where they are in the flesh and in their lower selves, and that's going to cause them to grow. But when you go down there with them and you baby them and you jump into women's business and mediate, that's all beneath you. You know what I mean? Like, and you're stunting the growth of the entire nation by your protectiveness. And you need to kind of, in certain areas where you need to kind of mind your business in order to protect yourself from going into lower vibrations. You see what I'm saying? So, like Ra, Eliana, attitude is nothing. Like, those women are lucky that they have a chieftess that is a humanitarian. Because me, I'm a dictator. I'll have them in the field picking mangoes if they was fucking with me. So they're lucky that they're doing that. This is going on with Eliana. They can handle her attitude, and they need to grow and learn how to deal with her as well.
They're ready. Women. They're ready to do stuff like that.
So then, how does she have the power to stop that?
Let me finish reading what I wrote today.
Okay, go ahead.
I also said if you help someone that cannot return what you gave, yet they can give you something else you can use, then you're loving yourself through this investment with the relationship that you have with them.
Reciprocity.
And I said, when I was in hell, I had an experience where I went to hell. I went to the hell realm. When I was in hell, the only thing that got me out was me saying with conviction, I am God.
Mm-hmm.
Not only saying it, but knowing it in my heart. I mean, I felt it at the bottom of my heart. I knew I didn't belong there.
Mm-hmm.
That I didn't belong there. And I literally broke the reality and it shattered like a glass. This is what I wrote.
That's beautiful. Every man should get there.
And I realized that's the only way you're going to get out of hell is if you come into the mind state that you're God. You have to be able to know that you don't deserve that. And you have to love yourself. This is where I come up with I love myself and I am God. I went through that experience and I was actually in hell. But here's the other thing. I said polygamy. The way to my heart is through Eliana. If Eliana does not like you, neither will I. I cannot have sex or be intimate with any woman that is not okayed through Eliana. She must love you for me to love you. We are truly one. This is what I wrote.
But that's not true, Chief. Like, that's loyalty.
Now hold on. I'm gonna tell you what I'm saying when I said that.
Self-emotion.
No, and I understand that, but you got to understand what I wrote that for.
Okay.
I wrote that because when you love somebody, you understand them, and when you understand them, you can be patient. And when you understand them, you can be kind. You can be gentle. I understand her better than she understands herself, right? Like me, you getting it, right? With the psychology of her father and mother come together. And I understand Eliana. I understand, what she's going through right now. My only thing is that she's not trying. But, it's one thing to have a weakness. It's another thing for you to not try.
Yeah. But the thing is, you can only try with what you have. And if she's not growing, Chief, as the leader, it's because you're not growing. And the growth is stunted, whether we want to admit it or not. If you say that woman is in dominion to the man, then she's only as good as you get. And as long as you stay connected in this moment with her, you're not doing her any favors either. You have to isolate yourself and go past her in order for her to have the desire to catch up. But you get your emotions get into it. Like, you trying to be loyal, you trying to do right, you trying to show that you're right, and all of that does not matter. You know what I mean? Like, that's not true when you say the way to your heart is through Eliana, because right now you don't necessarily have a heart.
I mean, that's not true right now. It's not true right now. That's what I wrote before that.
Oh, I
before
see.
To the whole episode today, I wrote that out of, I just, that's how I was going to run it. You know what I'm saying? And you're right. It's like I got to let her go.
And let her go to let her grow. It's not a negative thing. It's a natural cycle of life. And even though it mimics the laws
but what
that
about
we've been through
years
before.
With my daughter? What about the years with my daughter, the crucial years of my daughter?
Let them stay there. Let them stay there. You guys need to co-parent. Let them stay at the camp. But that's it. She's just another member of Carbonation right now. Let her go live. You guys move into the phase of documenting the experience of co-parenting and raising a child lovingly without being sexually involved with each other, because that's something that we need to learn too. And it's still polygamous. She's still there. She still has the help of the women. The baby has the love of the father, but you guys cannot be together. You guys are doing more damage as a unit than good right now. Even the teaching has stopped, and it's good to watch.
Well, if I'm not with her, and it's still in the environment, who am I with then?
Whoever you want to be with. You can be with Ra. You can cultivate those relationships. You can be with Aya.
That's gonna be the same thing that make her act up again. Like,
but it won't matter if she acts up, because you're not sexually involved with her. If she acts up, she'll be acting up within her own space and time. But it's not going to affect you, because you've removed the sexual energy. And as long as you guys understand that right now we're building this child together, we're no longer building us together, then you guys can benefit all across the board. And maybe you guys will grow back together. But right now you guys have to make some changes. Period. You have to. You have to do something differently. And you have to stay with your daughter. Like, don't let them go. Don't let them run off in the forest. Let your daughter live there. Let them be carbonation. But let them not be with you. Let her not be with you. Period.
Just give her her own space. Like,
and you guys will come back together. I think you and Eliana are really soulmates. I really do. But I don't think you guys can grow together anymore. I think you're too far past where she is. And she's an Aquarius. She has that fixed energy, and she's stuck. And she's stuck because she's being manipulated by sexual energy that mimics the sexual energy that her father brought in when he put her in position of wife, and then took that from her when a real
why do you think her father is trying to fucking play mind games with her right now? Like, he's in the background of all of this shit going on. It's like, I'm watching her shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm watching her shit. And like, he's in the background, like, yeah, saying shit, and she's like hearing it, but you're right.
But you messed that up, Chief, because I watched you go from saying that he's not her father to saying that you're her father, and then now I watch you roll it into calling him her father all the time. So you put him back.
No. I'm not saying. When I'm saying he's her father, I'm saying it for past record reasons. I'm not saying now. Like, I am her dad. I'm taking care and providing her for her now. But the thing is, when I say her father, I'm speaking in a certain context. If you missed that,
no, I didn't miss it.
I'm talking about for her past happenings, things she got to get over with her pops. Like, I'm saying that in the sense that you said that he did that to her, right? Like, made her his wife,
right?
And then brought another woman in, right?
Right.
And it's funny because he's in the background of what the shit we're going through, right? Which is her replaying this shit out anyway in her head, in her mind. I'm just saying, it's funny that he's in the background of all of it.
I see the way that you're looking at it, and that's why I made the point of, I know the context that you're using when you say her father, but when you keep saying things like your dad, your father, you are causing the mimic in the back of her head. Where you started with the shit, when you was like, you're not her father, I'm her dad, that should have been the end all. But as people started to migrate his personality into it, you started to say your dad, your dad, your dad, your dad, your dad. Now she's thinking of him as her dad again. So that is echoing because
no. We never call him her dad to her. We never say that.
You do it all the time on live.
No,
you always say you said your dad got a ticket for you. Like you say, your dad's on the phone, he got a ticket for you. Her pops, her father, you do it all the time, Chief. You may not be aware, but you do it, and I noticed it, and that's why I mentioned it.
Yeah, I do it.
Yeah, but anyways, that's I think.
Wait, I'm trying to understand that though. I'm trying to understand it. Like I do. What usually she says, the Babylon pops.
Yeah.
Pops. Yeah. But what's wrong with saying her pops? Like, I'm not understanding.
It's nothing. It's not that it's wrong. It's what's creating the dissonance in her mind when you say
right. But what I'm saying is this. Regardless, she knows what's going on. It's not like she doesn't know. You're talking like she doesn't know what's going on. You're talking as if me and you are talking about something that she doesn't know about and she's cognitive of. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Even if I did call it her fucking dad, she knows what's going on. She's very smart. Like she knows what's going on.
But I'm not talking about you and Eliana. I'm talking about subconscious influences. And what I'm saying
what I'm
is
saying,
you
even
putting
on
out
a
into the
subconscious
universe,
level,
you're making
even on a
him her dad.
Oh, no, don't talk about a subconscious level, because if you're talking about a subconscious level, I've already reprogrammed to a subconscious level. You can't even say subconscious. She's been with me 2 years. Every single day we have a programming. Her subconscious is not programmed that shit. That's a trauma. That's a trauma that she's
Agreed.
not.
It is
That's
a trauma.
It's not a forward subconscious mind of how we look at parents. That's not how we look at it. That's not how I trained her to look at it. Here, where she's at. So when you say a subconscious one, this is all recent. It hasn't been long enough for it to be a subconscious programming that I'm doing, calling her dad. It don't work like that.
I think you put the 2 on the 10 when I said that. What I mean is that when you
it's a trigger.
We originally got into this conversation by you saying her dad is in the background, right? And so you're saying the experience of her father, like that's always in the background, right? So when you mention that word background, that's why I mentioned the example of you guys calling him her pops again, because that's
it don't matter.
Now
you're giving her an excuse, and I hate that.
No,
I really do hate
that's
that.
not true.
You are, you're giving her a fucking excuse, and she's stronger than that. And y'all keep babying her. That's another thing. Y'all keep babying Eliana like she's a fucking baby. She's not. She's a grown ass woman that is very intelligent. She's way more intelligent than half y'all in the fucking room. Over half y'all. She knows what the fuck is going on. She knows. She'll even explain it to you. She knows what's going on, dog. You can't sit here and talk like she's a little fucking kid. You're saying it like she's a little kid and she's not a cognitive adult. You can't use it that way. You can't say because you're saying dad that that's bullshit. Because that's different with a child. It's different. But an adult, like me and you, me saying dad, you should be able to differentiate consciously what I'm saying. Now, on a subconscious level, you should even recognize the trigger of saying that. You should recognize that. You're babying her. I'm not letting you do that. No.
Can we agree that Eliana toggles between being adult and being child or childish?
Absolutely. And it drives me up a fucking wall.
What takes her back there? She has PTSD clearly, but what takes her out of adult role to child role in an instant?
Insecurities. Because
we all have
mind, in her mind, she's too young to actually be this powerful. The power that she's given, she feels that she's incapable in her mind to hold and do all the things that she's doing.
So when you say that she's intelligent and she knows herself and she's smarter than us and she knows what's going on, when she says that she's incapable of doing this, why don't you believe her?
That's an aspect. You just said she toggles. She toggles back and forth from being Chieftess, taking control and running this bitch like it's hers, into this little girl thing. Like she goes back and she's 1 minute she's fucking cleaning, cooking, got woman moving, everything, and he's like, I got a wife. Look at my baby, like she's doing the thing.
Yeah.
And then another minute he turns into this little curled up, little insecure little girl, and that shit drives me up a fucking wall because I just can't stand the weak part of her. Can't stand the weakness. I don't feel like I could respect that shit, and it drives me up a wall. I've been patient with it because I love her and I see the potential, but at the end of the day, I can't keep baking on that, and she keeps showing me the same shit, and that's where I'm at now. I'm like, listen, I can't keep dealing with this shit.
And why does her weakness? Why does her weakness? She's an individual. You're an individual. You guys are parallel to each other. But why does her weakness affect you? Why can't she be weak?
Oh, because
that not be a problem for you.
It has to do with us building this family. It has to do with us building this family, and this family is what I set out to build. I started with me. I started with me, and then I built up with other people that seen like I seen, and then I said, this is what we're going to do. In order for us to have true unity in the Black community, we have to have knowledge of self, we have to have spirituality, and we must have polygamy. It's a fucking guaranteed. There's no community. There is no Black community. There is no Black community without polygamy. There is none. You will not have dynasty. You will not have family. You will have none of that without doing it the proper way. And if we're ever going to see Black excellence, then we must get into the deep, dark understandings that we have shit that we need to deal with. Everybody has an Eliana in her. everybody has Eliana or their own shit. See, I dealt with my shit a long time ago. I dealt with my family baggage, my descent. Where all of us have our karma that we deal with.
I get it.
We deal with we are literally our parents. We're 23 chromosomes of our father, 23 chromosomes of our dad, and we're literally dealing with their karma, their shit. You're dealing because you are them, and you don't get away with nothing. They don't get away with nothing by having you. You're dealing with your parents' shit. So with that being stated, I've already in my journey dealt with that kind of stuff, and I dealt with it to understand how to help other people deal with it, right? And I know what Eliana is going through, and I give her the advice, and I try to push her through, but there is a residual, constant, once emotions are struck, once those things are struck, that makes those things spark in her as far as her heritage and what she inherited, her karma, her she is her mother and father. She's dealing with her mother's anger. She's dealing with her father's insecurity. Her father is very insecure. He's a very insecure man. And she get that insecure shit from him. Yeah. I'm telling you. I can even see it in her face. She turns into him every time I see him. I can literally see him. I'm like, yo, you look just like your pops. Shit is crazy. And then I see how he acts. And then look at his psychology. His actions are just pure insecurity. Just pure insecurity. He's a little kid. He's a little boy. He act like a little boy. And I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. And I see her mother got an anger problem. She got an anger problem. Her mom's like, don't give a fuck. Her mama just walk off into the abyss or nothing and be like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. And y'all seen that in that time where I had to she was like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. You're not the father. And, she gets like that from her mother. And I see both of them in there. I'm like, all right, so I know what it's going to take for her to deal with that. But the question is, does Eliana have what it takes
to stand up to
overcome the karma upon her? Or will she regurgitate this to my daughter? Will she put the same things on my daughter, on our daughter? And because if she does, she's going to, just basically, she is our daughter. I am my daughter. My daughter is me and her put together. So my daughter inherits her karma plus mine. So it's my job to guide my daughter through my karma, and make sure that she doesn't live a life ever to see or spark those genetics, those genes, those epigenetics, that will bring forth the spirits of the thing that made my mom get on drugs. That made my dad die of a heart attack. And so, it is up to me to make sure, because I am my dad and my mom, and I made it out of being a crackhead, being a bum. And a lot of people will say that just because I asked for donations that I'm a bum. Well, I'm a very uppity bum. So, and that, and I offer a lot, so I'm definitely not a bum. A bum has nothing to offer you. And on top of that, they're just mad that I'm not going to work for it like they are. And I found the loophole, and I'm able to make money the way I'm just by being me and doing me. And they have to go work for somebody to make their fucking income, and I don't. And everybody don't got to do it that way. So, but anyway, when it comes to my mom and dad, I had to overcome a lot. Being a stripper, I had to overcome jail, prison, being a thug. I had to overcome a lot. The streets, sexuality, a lot of things. And I've overcome those things. And I feel like I'm trying to help Eliana to do that. Yet I can't help her if she don't want to be helped. And she doesn't trust me. I can't help her. Like you said, you said it, you hit it on the nose. You said, our relationship is not helping her heal because she doesn't trust me. She looks at me, like you said, as the father figure. And she won't listen to me.
But Chief, you know that our healing...
In her mind, subconsciously, in her mind, I'm the offender. And I've done nothing to her. I've done nothing to her.
But healing...
I'm representing.
Healing, Chief, sometimes healing, like when you did the book of your healing and myself too, that has to be done in isolation. And you guys' relationship, like I see where you're going with it.
Actually, no. That's not true. I healed through the relationship that I had. I actually healed.
But after the fact.
No. I didn't heal. Isolation was just time for me to collect everything. But I healed through the relationship, through pain and suffering. I healed through not being able to have a solidation. No. I was healed through being put under pressure and either having to do this or do that. You understand? I did not heal from being in a peaceful place. No. I healed from being under pressure and pain and deciding to say, no, I will not allow this to happen. No, you see,
But that women heal, Chief. Women heal in isolation.
Yes.
See, no, the thing is,
people are people. It isn't about it. It's not about women.
But it's everybody, but you're projecting. You're projecting what it took for you to get where you were.
I'm only telling you what's real. I'm not projecting. Like, it's not about a woman or a male. Everyone goes through the same shit. We might respond to it in a different way. We're all feeling the same emotions. Stop doing that. Because this is another thing y'all black women do. Y'all think men are different from women in the way that emotions. No, that's not true. And this is why we do our little boys like this. We tell them it's not okay, or you know what I'm saying, to be emotion or feel emotions and all of that. You got to stop that. This is what y'all do. It's not cool. It's not okay. We're all fucking humans. We all feel the same emotions. Yes, we might respond to it different. We might, but some men feel emotions deeper than some women. So you can't put the gender on how women deal with things because everyone is astrologically different. You got women with fire signs and or air signs that are just don't even deal with emotions. They like, what? What's up, nigga? Like, and you got some guys that feel emotions more deeply than some women. So you can't put gender on it. That's not cool. It's not okay.
You know what? I agree with you, and that's fair. But let me make this point without, because I don't want you to take one thing and then take it into another context of what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is that you got your relationship style. It's a double-edged sword. On the highest plane, it can help by facing her in front of her situation. It can heal her insecurities. So instead of allowing her to escape the thought of polygamy, you put more of it in her face, and if hopefully she can rise up to it and transcend it, right? That's one way to look at it. But for Eliana, it's triggering PTSD. So let me finish, and then you can finish. So when I say isolation for a woman, like, and you could call it human, but for some humans, we have to, it's like a fish in water doesn't know it's wet. And so we have to come out of the situation and look back in order to see where we were debilitated and to see where we fucked up. But as long as she's right in the middle of you guys' relationship, she can't see herself for who she is. And that's why I'm saying she needs to isolate.
The problem with that is, this is a business for me. The problem with that is I can't do that with every woman that just decides. What you're doing is you're saying that it's okay. What I'm about to let her do is about to open up a can of fucking worms that I'm not willing to deal with here. I have no time for. What you're saying for me to do with her is to tell the other woman that it's okay when they get an attitude to be like, well, and to deal with things like that and go into isolation. And then every woman I ever deal with will
But they have different astrological energies, so you can't say that they're going to respond the same way.
If you're going to say that, then you're coming back to what I'm saying. Exactly. I know Eliana, and I know Eliana better than you do. I know her astrological energy. I've been working with her 2 years, every fucking day of the week, in the tent, by myself. Every day I've been with Eliana. You can't tell me shit about Eliana, but you did. I give you that. You made something a piece that I was missing, and I'm glad I talked to you, so I'm not going to take that away from you. But when it comes to knowing what she needs to do, I know what she needs to do.
Okay, what is it? What does she need to do?
She can't be here in isolation because of what I'm doing, and it's fucked up, but it's true. But that if she goes into isolation, she sends off a signal to the other wives that they can have hissy fits and that they can fucking throw temper tantrums. And you could say all you want on one hand that there's different astrological energies, but I must bring back and say this, and I was going to say this before but you cut me off.
Okay.
You're right to say that outside the astrological energies, women are more emotional. Women are
really?
Motherfucker. I was trying to say that. I was going to give you your props. I'm a fair guy. Like, I got a lot of Libra in my chart, so I see both sides. So I know.
You validate. I'll give you that.
I cannot take anything away from you, and I'm a fair person. And if you're right, you're right. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about being wrong. I care about being right. I'm not someone that cannot be taught anything. Obviously, I'm reaching out to you. I'm reaching out to y'all to vent and to get what you. Because I embrace the all. I always have. I just don't embrace the disrespect from certain people. Like I blocked a couple people in the room. I will never tolerate anybody disrespecting me in these times because I'm going through a human emotion that we all have to go through. Fuck that. I'm not exempt from the human experience. I am not, even as in the mind of God, of consciousness of God, I still need my reflections. That's what God is all about. It's about experiencing itself subjectively in others. So while I say Babylon, am I reaching out to Babylon? No, I'm reaching out to humanity. I've always vlogged humanity. This is not Babylon. You're not fucking Babylon. You happen to subject yourself to Babylon, but you belong to God. So I'm talking to humanity and the nature of humanity to get a revert back, to get any kind of knowledge I could gain. And I'm not stupid enough not to do that. And I'm not reaching out to Babylon at all, obviously. Now, the people that might have a piece of knowledge that I can utilize that live in Babylon doesn't mean that 75% of the other stuff that I'm saying they need to utilize to get out of their situation. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you hold a piece of information that I need to complete this puzzle over here. And I'm not stupid enough to think that I fucking know it all in this finite version of all that I am. I'm wise enough to know to embrace the all, to embrace my complete self and put it out into the universe so that the universe can speak back to me. This is my ancestors. When people say, oh, have you spoke to the ancestors? I don't believe in that. I believe in turning my fucking phone off and sending energy out into human nature and to get a revert back and to listen closely and rebuke certain things I can't use, but to listen openly and to really receive what I can. And I'm smart enough to like dissect a lot of stupid shit and be like, okay, I don't need to use that. Yeah, that's useful. I'll consider that. But you know what I'm saying? And so I utilize it. Don't ever get it twisted like a mango mystic. I embrace the all in humanity. Like I'm a God. When I say I'm a God, I'm a real God. Like, and so I reach out. I talk to my ancestors when I talk to you. We are the ancestors. When I call upon God, when I talk to God and I pray to God, I pray to you. I talk to you. I think with you because you are God to me. And so I get my answers through this. And this is how I've advanced in life through vlogging. I love the internet. It's the collective mind. And some people subject themselves to the people that's just in their life and they're secretive, not realizing the blessing they have in humanity. Yes, it comes with negativity, but you got to learn how to take the good with the bad. But it also comes with a lot of positive. And that's what I'm focused on, and that's why I keep doing it. Is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm doing.
I hear you. I hear you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for real because you came to me down point.
Let me put one more nugget out there, and then I know that other people want to build with you as well. I know, just speaking on the fact that you said, if you allow her to isolate, you don't want to send a signal to the other wives that tantrums is the way to get whatever you so-called want, which I get that. But would it be fair to have a house meeting in which you announce, like, me and Eliana are no longer going to be together, but due to my daughter being a part of carbonation, a part of me, they're going to stay in the camp, and I'm going to co-parent with her, and but that would hold you to the responsibility of not dipping in her tent and having sex. Like, you would have to hold yourself to a high regard.
All right, let me tell you what happened today. As I gave her time, you need to know this. This data that you're missing. You're very smart. I want you to understand you're very smart. And with the data that you have collected, you've come up with a pretty clear picture of what's going on here. I must give you that. This is why I'm talking to you so long, because I feel like I could benefit from what you're saying. But please let me argue and give you more data, because I feel like if I gave you this data, then it would change and you can give me better information.
I see.
The way our relationship goes is I don't chase nobody. I'm too stubborn to do that. I really don't chase nobody. Like, when I'm here, I'm king. Like, I'm God. Like, I be me and a woman come to me. They know that. Like, even with Eliana, I never was the type to come to her. Like I don't really be doing that. Like that's not how I move. That's not how I move in Babylon. Women come to me. I don't move like that. So you need to know how things move here. Like today, for instance, I gave her space. She hit me up. I want to spend time with you alone. I didn't do it because I felt like I didn't want to. I don't like her attitude. I don't like her inability to communicate and her going into the immaturity. I don't like that, and I don't want to pacify her. So I want you to know that, yeah, I will consider what you're saying, and I believe that that might be good for her to take some space.
For some
and
months.
It doesn't.
90 days.
I can't put time on it.
That's true.
I cannot do that. This is not Babylon.
That's true.
We don't live in time here. We live in consciousness. When she's conscious enough. But here's the thing. Here's my argument with you.
Okay.
She already knows. And Eliana will say one thing 1 minute, and how do I know when she's healed? And that is my thing with saying that to you.
It's not about what she says. It's not about what she says. It's one about her accepting your judgment. So if you say, listen, I'm not dealing with you right now, you're over there. If she calls you and says, hey, I need you, that's disrespecting your judgment. She's not ready. It's simple. Let me deal with this thought right here that the evil one just said. Okay. The evil one just said, she's going through postpartum and you're a terrible husband. What's your thoughts on that? Honestly, I don't believe that Eliana is going through postpartum. I believe that carbonation as a unit is going through a change to catapult to the next level. And change is hard. And we're watching it in real time, and we're associating our terms over here, our American language, depression, postpartum, and we're using that to make sense of the change that the nation is going through. The bottom line is that it's time to ascend to a new level. Period. And this relationship and the drama around it is staunching that growth. And the reason why Eliana is holding on to it is because this is the only power that she has commanded from her universe. She did it with her dad with the tantrum. She did it with Babylon. She left, came to carbonation. And this is her only identity as a woman. But as a woman, there's different powers that you can assert just by staying in your true feminine energy, not as a wounded feminine, but as a whole feminine. And she's resisting that process because she's not confident that when she is regular, that she can still command the attention and reverence that she does through her tantrums. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's up to you as Chief to stay above that, regardless of love, regardless of sex, regardless of relationships. And the only way to do that is to become a father to your daughter and no longer be a father to her. You know what I mean? When you step into your womanhood, I'll be your man again, but I can't baby you and treat you as my daughter. Right now, I'm going to treat the baby as the baby, and I'm going to let you decide if you want to step up or step out. You feel what I'm saying? And then she's going to catch that fade, and she's going to catch up because she's smart, remember? She's intelligent, remember? And when she catches the new wave, then you got you one. But as long as y'all keep going down in her spiral, she's in control of the whole shit, including you. She has you in a bad space, and you're not showing, you're not being a chief right now. You're being a man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, boss up. All y'all, boss up. You know what I mean? So don't let her leave, just isolate her. No, definitely don't let her leave, because that's you repeating yourself again. You talk about sending karma and not making the same thing over and over again. This is going to be third, fourth woman that has left, and you saying, yeah, I'm dedicated to mission, so let them go. That's one thought process, but the other process is to dedicate yourself to the mission and let them stay. So allow yourself to let these things happen around you and still stay dedicated to the mission. You know what I mean? If she willing to do that, that's real. Absolutely. Keep your daughter there, and it's not about beauty, but the baby is a queen, and unfortunately for you guys, you didn't heal your DNA before you got pregnant. And you were dealing with too many issues with her ways, and all that should have been dealt with before she had a baby, because now she's holding the baby too tight. She's passing on that insecurity, and it's not fair. And she's going to make it. Ultimately, what's going to happen is, instead of her allowing you guys to turn the nation against her, she's gonna turn the baby.
I hear laughter. I hear laughter up there, so she's over it now. But you're right. I should strategically move.
Yeah, and I'm saying she's gonna end up turning the baby against you by clinging so hard, right? So when you read the statement, "What good is a man who gains the world and loses his soul?" When everybody in carbonation goes against her, but the baby goes against you, that's going to be you gaining the world and losing your soul. It's going to play out like that. If you don't jump in right now and make the change, you got to make the change. And it's you. You're the chief. So it's not about Eliana. You know what I mean? It's not about her tantrums. Like, all that shit can be ignored. Like, that shit would have no play in my ride. You know what I mean? But it's you who have to stop that Leo moon. You're too generous. You're too expanding. You're too loving. You're too loyal. Put that shit to the side and deal with life as a Taurus right now. And then when she's deserving of your emotion, then you can give it back to her. But right now,
all right. So let me ask you this. So right now, obviously, her sisters went up there, and I hear laughter. So she must be back on her shit. So she's gonna come down here and apologize to me.
Okay.
Obviously.
Right.
So do I wait till the next time she does it to put her into isolation?
No. You haven't. No. Listen, that's you playing with emotions. It's not about her waves. It's about what you feel in this moment must be done for the group. So it's not about her being okay or not okay. She's going to be okay and not okay. It's about you saying, executive decision, real nigga moment, house meeting. At this point in time, Eliana and I are no longer going to be a couple. She's going to stay here. I'm going to raise my child. When X, Y, and Z happens, and that's for you to discern, you know what I mean? But you can't discern it if you keep going back into the deep, stay out of that shit. Then when you see her change, you know what I mean? What does change look like? Change looks like respecting your space. Change looks like you not asking me to spend time with you one-on-one when you know we're not together right now. When she shows her ability to accept your judgment and she's not having an attitude with it, she's still being okay with the ladies. Because now, when you do this, I have to warn you. When you do this, what she's gonna do is start being chummy with the ladies and try to like have this little catty girl shit going on. That's gonna be your test when this happens, and it's gonna be up to you to stay above that. You know what I mean? Because when women get together, you remember Boomerang when Eddie Murphy had that shit with Robin Givens, and they was all at the office.
Pushing her away right now would be not getting closer, pushing her away.
Push her away. Push her away. And then what I'm saying is when she catches that win, she's going to draw closer to the other ladies. And it's going to make you feel isolated for a moment. So that's why I'm bringing that up, so that you can stay strong.
I love isolation.
Well, but can't nobody tell.
Female be stressing me out. Like, no, seriously, a lot of times female be stressing me out. Like, I really, all this whole shit, I just really be like, most times I'm by myself. Like, you don't even notice, but there's more data for you. Most of the time, I'm by myself. I'm playing chess. I'm by myself. I'm listening to music. I got my R&B on. They'll come in and out, but usually you don't notice, and I'm letting you notice. I'm by myself most of the time. You'll always see me, like, even when people are around, I'm always by myself. I've always been like that. I like to have people in my background, but I don't like to have people in my fucking face. I don't even like that. And even if you are in my face, I'm not going to be in your face. And when you do have my attention, it's something that it's something special. It's like, wow. Yeah. This attention, like, you know, and that's what sometimes Eliana and the girls be fighting for, my attention. But because I'm always thinking on a higher level, and I'm always conditioning my mind to be able to know I love chess. Chess prepares me to make moves before, or think before I move. And
your attention is valuable, and so you need to show them that, because it is such a rare and cherished thing that people are fighting for, that it must be respected at all times and all costs. And you must not use my attention to serve your lower self. And as long as you're doing that, then you're not going to get it. And it's not going to be some type of mind game that you can apologize and come back for. It's when I'm off you. And you need to spiritually remove your energy from her so that she can feel that dissension. And then that's going to, like I said, I know these things. Trust me. Like, I know this for a fact. it's just what it is. But you have to have the strength to do it. And unfortunately, with the way that your emotions are set up, you're too generous. You're gonna go right back in for the compassion and love for people. You know what I mean? You feel the vibes?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, so it's strategic in the terms of running the nation and the business. Um, there needs to be more organization, more accountability, and move more militant. You know what I mean? Like with your warriors, that the reason why they're able to stay combined is because they move more militant, and that needs to be commanded from the unit altogether.